Hello everyone, welcome back to This Day in Weather. If you're just joining this channel, this is where you can learn about weather events that occurred in the United States on the date the video was posted in years past. Today is July 25th. On this day in 1891, the high temperature in Los Angeles, California reached 109 degrees. This marked the peak of a massive heat wave. On this day in 1934, a hurricane spawned an F3 tornado north of Edna, Texas. The tornado caused 5 fatalities, including 4 in the destruction of a farmhouse and a farmhand a few hundred yards from the house. On this day in 1936, the high temperature in Lincoln, Nebraska reached an all-time record high of 115 degrees, and the low that night only dropped to 91 degrees. Many people spent that night sleeping outside to escape the heat, and many people suffered from heat stroke and heat exhaustion, especially elderly people. As this was before air conditioning in public swimming pools, many people could only rely on fans and ice blocks for any degree of cooling. On this day in 1956, the Andrea Doria sank in dense fog near Nantucket Lightship, Massachusetts. The Swedish-American liner Stockholm struck the ship 45 miles off the coast of Massachusetts, and 52 people either drowned or were killed by the impact. On this day in 1985, Hurricane Bob made landfall early in the morning near Beaufort, South Carolina as a minimum Category 1 hurricane with 75-mile-per-hour winds. Around 12 hours later, it weakened to a tropical depression near the North Carolina-Virginia border, and the remnants turned north-northeast and were absorbed by a frontal trough over eastern West Virginia the next day. Bob had previously made landfall between Naples and Fort Myers, Florida on the 23rd as a 45-mile-per-hour tropical storm. Bob caused 5 indirect fatalities and $20,000,000 United States dollars in damage, which equates to over 62.29 million in 2026 United States dollars. On this day in 1986, parts of South Dakota were pounded by enormous hailstones. The hail damaged crops, buildings, and vehicles and piled 2 feet deep in Black Hawk and northern Rapid City. Hail an inch and a quarter in diameter fell near Miller and Huron for 85 minutes and piled up to 2 feet deep. On this day in 1987, 16 cities in the eastern United States set daily record high temperatures. Beckley, West Virginia tied its all-time record high of 91 degrees, which it had set the previous day, and was the city's 4th straight day of reaching the 90s after it hit 90 degrees just twice in the previous quarter century of records. The water temperature of Lake Erie in Buffalo, New York reached 79 degrees, the highest in 52 years of records. On this day in 1988, thunderstorms produced severe weather from central Kansas to western Kentucky and southern Illinois during the day. Thunderstorms produced tennis ball sized hail in Union, Missouri, and 65-mile-per-hour wind gusts in Sedalia, Missouri. In Washington and Oregon, 5 cities set daily record high temperatures, including a high of 107 degrees in Medford, Oregon. On this day in 1989, early afternoon thunderstorms soaked Ferguson, Missouri with 4 inches of rain, and early evening thunderstorms dumped over 2 inches of rain in 60 minutes north of Avella, Pennsylvania. On this day in 2000, a 9-mile long, 160-yard wide path of Yellow Medicine County, Minnesota was impacted by an F4 tornado. A man died as he was crushed by his green pickup truck, having apparently left his house to seek shelter underneath the vehicle. Most of the damage in Granite Falls was caused by F2 and F3 wind speeds, despite the tornado being rated a minimal F4, based on the twisted wreckage of an overturned railroad car. A total of 41 houses were destroyed and 300 others were damaged. That was nearly a third of the homes in Granite Falls at the time. The tornado injured 15 other people. On this day in 2005, the people in Sandpoint, Alaska saw a rare tornado touchdown on 2 uninhabited islands. Sandpoint is part of the Aleutian chain, located around 570 miles southwest of Anchorage. That will close up this edition of This Day in Weather, but be sure to stay tuned in because whenever there's a new video, you will learn about weather events that occurred in the United States on the date the video was posted in years past. Please hit the thumbs up button to like this video. Please hit the subscribe button to be sure to never miss a new video. If you're just joining this channel, please check out all the other videos that have been posted on this channel. And please check out my Patreon at patreon.com/c/thisdayinweather for more content.